I recently had the opportunity to meet a family connected to this fantastic Illuminated family tree manuscript that we bought online at eBay. It was completed in the early 20th century and goes back 7 generations, all the way to the 1600s, which is very rare. We expected to sell it to a collector who would appreciate it for its artistic beauty and its age, but we ended up selling miraculously to an actual descendant of the family. I had a chance to visit with him and some of his cousins, who he connected with specifically because of this tree. Rabbi Shul, Jonathan Greenstein.
Hi, John.
I'm happy to actually meet you in person. I know we've spoken over the phone about 2 or 3 dozen times.
Yes, we have.
It was a very exciting thing for me to find a descendant of a manuscript that we came across. I'm not really 100% sure how this piece came to eBay, but when we saw it, we grabbed it. You know, we knew it was obviously a beautiful manuscript. It had a lot of family history behind it. We were enamored by the idea that there were 8,400 hours over the course of 4,200 days that it took to draw this beautiful piece of artwork. And amazingly, somehow you wound up finding it on the internet through one of our auctions.
Right.
Tell us how that happened.
I had been looking for about 20 years, I would say, for my great-great-grandfather, whose name was Rabbi Hillel Milikovsky. I was looking at a gravestone at the time in Montefiore Cemetery in Philadelphia, and it said that my great-grandmother Shana was a daughter of Rav Gaon Hillel. So I was studying in rabbinical school. I knew enough at that point to know that's somewhat exceptional, that
Right.
that name Gaon is not used lightly. And was Googling one day just his name as I would do, and up popped this illuminated family tree that has Hillel Milikovsky as a central figure in the tree. So I connected it to your auction house, and then to go into your store and actually look at the tree,
Right.
and to see her name, and that was the connection I'd been looking for all these years, that Shana, my great-grandmother, was the daughter of this Hillel Milikovsky, and it was there, mamash, as we say, literally on a tree. For someone doing genealogy, which I had not really been doing that long.
It's a huge score.
It's a huge score. This is the
Yeah.
mother lode, as
Right.
it were, to find this.
When we first found this manuscript, before we knew who the family was, our interest was purely in the artistic beauty. Many Judaica collectors today collect only on aesthetics. They want their friends to walk into their house and say, "Wow, tell me about that magnificent piece on the wall." And this piece has that wow factor. The attention to detail is stunning, where each of the family members is depicted as a fruit for the women or a flower for the men. But when you think about the fact that between 1870 and World War I, there were millions of Jews who came to America, and that one of their descendants found this 100 years later, that's the real wow factor. And to me, that's worth the 20 plus years I've been dealing in Judaica. Well, since we're here in New York, in the apartment of some of your relatives that
Right.
you've newly discovered as a result of this, I think it's a great opportunity to talk to them.
Great.
Dr. Irene Kaminsky and her husband were kind enough to host us at their apartment in New York City. Irene is the great-granddaughter of Joseph Juday. Also visiting with us was Jeannie Dubnow, Juday's granddaughter. That makes Jeannie Irene's aunt and Rabbi Shul's 4th cousin once removed. Irene is his 5th cousin once removed. Yes, families are complicated. Irene and Jeannie remember seeing the family tree at Jeannie's half-brother's home when they were growing up.
It was hanging in his house in Kew Gardens, Queens, which we used to visit every once in a while, and we just see it. And I was just commenting to Irene, it was like nothing. We paid no attention to it. It wasn't, yeah, it was there, it was the family tree. Nobody ever spoke about it in particular as anything special, and now, obviously it is. So we're very happy, both of us, to, be reconnected with it and with Ben.